My name's Jeff, and I'm a wheelchair disabled aged pensioner. The number one issue was the need for mobility equipment for everyday use, and the second one was related to the fact that with the loss of mobility, the only way that I could actually get any exercise was to go to the pool.
Initially, Jeff called Quata because he was receiving a new type of package, a consumer-directed care package. So with the new type of package, the CDC package, Jeff was led to believe that there would be a greater deal of flexibility and he would be able to access equipment that would meet his needs. That unfortunately turned out not to be the case. The type of equipment he wanted was actually excluded within the guidelines, but he felt that they had made promises and he should be able to access that equipment.
The next thing was that the advocate came out and they had a meeting with us, had all the issues that were discussed, set up a meeting with the other party, discussed it with them, and then set up a meeting here with both.
So initially we worked with the service provider around what was and wasn't available within the new guidelines.
The organisation at state level that normally takes care of those things had specifically written into their policy that they were not able to provide services to anyone that was on another type of program. The other type of program prevented supply of electrical mobility equipment.
Initially, by working with Jeff and the service providers, we were able to access 2 of the 3 items of equipment that he wanted, and in the long term, eventually we got the first item as well.
The policy said you can't buy equipment, and they rejected repeatedly on the basis of that word, equipment. In reality, any internet search that they might have taken the time to do defined all of those equipment, or what they were calling equipment, as actually to be aids.
By coming in and drawing it back to the guidelines and drawing it back to what was best going to meet Jeff's needs, Jeff and Marina had decided that they could do many things for themselves at home, so they didn't want the traditional items that were on offer. They were happy to still do those things themselves, but they did want this equipment because they felt that would make life both in the home and out of the home would be much easier for them.
An agreement was reached on several issues, and basically it went from there.
We were able to get the equipment that he needed, and that equipment just meant he could stay in his home longer, he could do more things for himself and not rely on others, and made him feel, more independent.
It was finally agreed to obtain the pool lift, and it allows me to, it allows my wife to get me in and out of the pool.
Communication is often the key to our work. People are either not explaining themselves well, or there are barriers, or people have said, we've heard it before, that's not how we work. But having said that, mostly when the service provider or the client hears what is allowed, what isn't allowed, other ideas, the left of field suggestions, it's easily fixed.
My personal impression of Marie's service is outstanding. She is an individual who walks her talk. I certainly would commend anybody that's having difficulties to consider using Quata. Thank you very much. Quata.